Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about all the hidden details, secret features, and everything you missed from Rockstar's reveal of Grand Theft Auto Online's December import and export DLC. That's right, so yesterday Rockstar released a few paragraphs and 4 screenshots regarding what's going to be coming out in the month of December, and on the surface, everything looks pretty awesome, but there's a ton of stuff hidden away that at a first glance you probably missed, and I'm going to be telling you guys all about that in this video today. We've got so much to talk about, so let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. All right, so let's jump to this first screenshot right here, and you obviously notice the large amount of cars. So most of these are old, but 2 of them are new. So you've got the Armored Baller, the Windsor, the Blackfin, and the Tyrus, but the 2 cars in the front are very important. The orange car right there is going to be a new supercar. Now, we don't know what this vehicle is going to be called, but we do know what it's based off of, and we know it's based off of the Jaguar XJ220, and we probably know that it's going to be an Ocelot car as well. It also shares some features from the Jaguar CX-75, so in case you're wondering what car that was in real life, that's exactly what it is. Some modifications we can see a spoiler, and what also looks to be a pretty extreme exhaust mod as well. So I'm pretty excited for the potential of this supercar. That looks so awesome right there. And then the blue one on the lift, again, a lot of people were saying is the Reaper. That is actually not the case. That looks to be a brand new Pegassi vehicle. Now, when Rockstar designed their cars and games, they don't model them after one car in general. So it looks like this blue car is most specifically based off of a couple Lamborghini models, specifically the Asterion. You also have the Huracan and also the Centenario. So that's why I'm assuming it's going to be a Pegassi vehicle, because it looks to be based off of those 3 versions. It also has a little bit of McLaren 650 in it, but I don't think it's going to be enough to be a Pro-Gen. So I do think it will be a Pegassi vehicle. And you also notice those brand new wheels right there. It is going to be interesting how many different versions of the high-end wheels Rockstar will end up adding here. They did a lot with bikers, so it wouldn't surprise me if they added a handful of new high-end ones in this update as well. Also, a lot of people were talking about where the location of this building is, and immediately people jumped to the IB that people can see kind of at the top of the screen. And upon further investigation, that does not say IB, because a lot of people thought that was going to be in front or next to the FIB building, but that's actually not the case. Instead, that says 1B, which more to me indicates that that's the location of where you are inside of this building. I know from a first glance it looks as if that is outside of the building, but no, that is on one of the interior walls, stating that that is 1B. So that kind of does bring up the question, well, where exactly is this building right now, and where are we looking at? Well, there's a few clues inside of the building itself, the first of which is one of the reflections we can see off of the glass. Now, it is a little bit blurry, but I do think that's the Maze Bank building. And that kind of makes you wonder, where are we in this building if that reflection is the Maze Bank? And I kind of got confused as well. And another hint that was kind of given away was the scaffolding that seemed to be on the outside. So I've got 2 theories here, and I think one of them is a little bit more likely. The first of which is that we are in the Arcadius Business Center right now. The one thing that gives this away for me is the shape of the Arcadius Business Center. This looks like a giant circle, and the Arcadius Business Center is made up of 3 giant kind of spires in a very similar shape. So that's one thing I thought of. But then number 2, that scaffolding on the outside could either be like an elevator shaft, or it could be the staff of one of the cranes, which we know we only see on one building, and that is the construction building that is still being built. So it kind of makes me wonder if Rockstar is going to complete that building that has been not finished in the game for so long. But at the same rate, that would kind of throw off the timeline of Grand Theft Auto 5 in the story mode. So I doubt Rockstar is going to do that. So my best guess prediction here is where this is the Arcadius Business Center, because Rockstar specifically stated that these garages are modifications of the CEO offices. So that's pretty awesome. That's basically all the details we get from the first screenshot. Let's move on to the second one. Now, there isn't a whole lot that is new here. The bodyguards aren't wearing anything new. That guy is holding a normal pistol. That is an old vehicle. That's the Tyrus with some modifications on it, which is pretty neat and kind of gives us the idea that vehicles are going to spawn in the real world, maybe randomly customized. But a lot of people were talking about where is this location, and here it is. I'll show you guys where it is on the map right now. It's actually this like spa or for Country Club or something like that. So this gives us a good idea of maybe where the missions are going to be taking place, maybe in like high-end areas. But you can see this one's kind of located in Chumash, which is a little bit out up from the city. So it is cool that Rockstar could be varying their locations here and that we could be doing a ton of these missions outside of the city limits. So in case you guys were wondering where this is where it's located. Pretty cool. And that's really all the details we get from this screenshot right here. Moving on to screenshot number 3, this one is very interesting. Unfortunately, there is no new cars in this screenshot. Of the vehicles we can see, there is a Tyrus, there's a Mamba, a 900R, we have the Pfister 811, there's a Sultan, there's a Blackfin, and a Buccaneer. So unfortunately, Rockstar isn't giving away any of the new cars here. All of those are relatively old. Now, one thing that I immediately caught, mainly because it's in the forefront of the shot, is the license plate on the Sultan RS. It says Fidelity, or it's a spelled version of that. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a hint towards anything, or if that just means some of the cars we'll be getting from these missions will have randomly generated license plates to make them more, I guess, interesting, appealing, unique. I'm really not too sure. If you guys have an idea of what that could mean, please do let me know in the comment section down below. One of the things I noticed from this shot is that we could be getting new body armors. You can see on all of the characters, those look to be new body armors that we can now apply. So that is actually pretty awesome. I wonder if we're going to be able to purchase different styles, different sets of body armor, or maybe this just indicates that the missions we're going to be doing might be pretty difficult. That's something to consider right there. There's also 5 cars that you can see in the back that are under tarps. So I wonder if those are special edition cars or if those are the special vehicles Rockstar speak of. I'm really not too sure. They are in the background and they're really, really hard to see, but there are a couple of unique vehicles back there that are not exposed like the rest of these cars. So it kind of does make you wonder what's going on there and why they're covered as compared to the other ones. And last but not least, this area definitely looks like it comes with a garage auto shop, as you can kind of see in the back right there. It's a more open area that looks to be a place where you would then drive the cars in. Although the assortment of these cars does make it kind of confusing as to how you would ultimately get them out. Maybe there is no garage here, and maybe this is just for the storing of your vehicles until you're ready to ultimately sell them on the open market. There's a lot going on in this screenshot, but Rockstar have kind of made it a little bit difficult to tell what's going on. So that's really all that we can gather from here, but still really interesting stuff going on in this shot. And finally, last but not least, we get a look at one of the special vehicles coming in this update, and that is the ramp car. So you guys might wonder where Rockstar is taking their inspiration from this, and it's actually from the Fast and Furious movie series, which is cool because we've been doing a lot of live streams on those. We've been doing a lot of Fast and Furious themes, and obviously there's no ramp car in the game, but there is going to be coming one now. In case you guys are wondering what the vehicle is that's getting flipped up in the air, that's not new either. It's the Karen Intruder. Been in the game pretty much since day one. The only thing that's got me worried about this ramp car is the fact that the wheels are exposed. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? Because if you would drive on this with a vehicle, wouldn't it just hit the wheels? Really, I'm not too sure how something like this would work. All I know is that I'm very excited from what I see here, and I'm pretty hyped to see what Rockstar is going to be doing next with these set of special vehicles. So now let's move on to the newswire. There's a lot of things that Rockstar said that kind of give away some of the finer details on how this is going to work. Let's start with the release date, or the lack thereof. It was kind of weird that Rockstar just said it's coming in the month of December. Why would they do something like this? Well, apparently, the release date is supposed to be on December the 13th, which is what I've predicted in the past. It's, a couple Tuesdays from now. But the reason Rockstar was hesitant to announce a release date is because apparently this update hasn't been approved yet by Sony or Microsoft. So they're kind of waiting for that before they can say, okay, the release date is going to be officially on this time. So I would imagine that would happen within the next week or so. And then when that does happen, I'm sure Rockstar will maybe release a trailer and then kind of lock down the date in which it is going to be coming out into the game. Another thing that Rockstar wanted to make very clear here is that this update builds off of Finance and Felony. They literally say building on the supply chains of Further Adventures and Finance and Felony. So it seems as if a lot of the same things are going to be used, like the CEO offices. I would imagine the computer as well, in which we do all of our CEO buying and selling stuff. So I would also imagine it uses the same interaction menu, maybe with just a few different options. So that's pretty cool if you loved the Finance and Felony DLC, that it is going to be building off of that. Rockstar also state that we're going to be making big profits here. I wonder if this is going to be the best new way to make money in Grand Theft Auto Online. It will definitely be interesting to see, what the profits are versus how much it costs to ultimately get this new car exporting and importing thing going on here. So once again, that'll be very interesting to see. Rockstar also mentioned it will take talent coordination and the tactical use of some brand new special vehicles to get the job done. I wonder what these special vehicles are going to be. It almost seems as if they're going to be a new category of vehicle because Rockstar have capitalized the word special and vehicle. And they also talk about how new special vehicles will deliver a unique breed of vehicular mayhem and destruction to online. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing more armored, militarized, or vehicles with weapons or stuff like that. It'll be very interesting to see how Rockstar go about using the special vehicles. And I wonder if they're all going to be Pegasus vehicles as well, or if these will be things that will allow to be stored in our garages. Again, that seems kind of iffy, but again, hopefully we get more details on that soon. Another thing Rockstar mentioned is that unfortunately, at least for me, it looks as if all this stuff is going to be done in public sessions, they state, all while staying one step ahead of the police and rival challengers from across the city and countryside. I think that's Rockstar's way of saying, all right, guys, get ready. This stuff's going to be happening in public sessions. So just want to let you guys know that, it is going to have to be done in that, not invite only, not crew sessions. And really the last thing I noticed is that there's going to be two types of new garages. One of them is a vehicular warehouse, which will house the results of your importing and exporting operations. Those are going to be separate from the new garages you can buy, which will be extensions of the executive offices, and they are customizable with up to 3 floors, so as many as 60 vehicles. So essentially how I think this is going to work is because 60 divided by 3 is so nicely even 20, that we're going to be able to buy blocks of floors in our garages. So you can buy 1 block, 2 block, or 3 blocks, totaling up to 60 vehicles. So honestly, I think that's super cool, but I just want to let you guys know that it's separate from the vehicle warehouses. I think in the screenshots, Rockstar showed off what one of the garages is going to look like, that being the first one with the orange and blue car, and then one of the vehicle warehouses with the 3 people wearing the body armors. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today, all the hidden details, secret features, and things you might not have noticed that I caught on to in these screenshots and on the Rockstar Newswire. Let me know if you think I missed anything in the comment section down below, but I think that's a pretty thorough job of really everything that Rockstar has talked about on that page. Of course, if they do provide any more information or update the Newswire talking about this new DLC, I will, of course, keep you guys updated as always. If you did enjoy, though, be sure to drop it a like rating. That would be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.